What is up, guys? How is it going today? My name is Syratube, and today we are bringing you another flipping live stream. I know it's been a minute since I've done a stream, but here we are back again, flipping 303 mil to work with today. Now, we did lose about 4 mil on a kind of long-term investment flip, so we can get into that in a minute, but even on top of that, we had to pay for a bond as well, so we're down about 10 mil, haven't played the game in about 2 weeks. So anyway, we gotta make some bank back. I'm coming at you guys now with consistent live streams. I have yet to figure out the exact schedule that I will be streaming, but I promise the streams from now on will be way more consistent, as I am now more scheduled in my life, and things are very much more so, or much more so is what I was about to say. Doesn't make sense. Are much more regimented. Anyway, Gravid Media coming in saying, "About time, boy." He said bought time, but about time is good enough for me. So Gravid, good to see you, man. I love the beats, by the way. Shout out to Gravid. He has been making some awesome soundtracks here recently. You can go follow him on Instagram at Gravid. Pretty sure that's his handle. Anyway, Dylan Peterson coming in saying Syratube with a lot of exclamation points. What's up, man? It is good to see you. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Sharks today, guys. I'm a little bit rusty, like I said. I haven't played in about 2 weeks, so I'm going to make sure we can get some easy flips out of the way first, kind of get the hang of things and get back in the groove. Looks like margins on the Sharks are pretty good right now, actually very good, over 10 GP, about 15 GP, so very good, and I'm very happy with that because I haven't played in a while, and I need to make some bank. I don't know if those will actually stay consistent, but we'll have to see here, and hopefully we can buy and sell a few of those. I'm guessing that the new update has made the prices go quite, or at least made the margins go quite crazy, so we'll take advantage of that as much as we can, and maybe we'll try to flip some new update items today because I haven't done that yet. So and we'll actually try it right now. I'm pretty sure the grubby keys can be bought and sold. Looks like it. We'll see what we can do with those. The update's been out for a few days, right? So I don't think the margins are going to really be crashing on us as far as the grubby keys go. I just saw these in a video. I don't really know anything about them. I do know that they give you loot from a chest, but I don't really know what the loot entails. We'll go ahead and try to flip 200 of those just to keep it easy. Most wholesome plug I've ever gotten. Well, you know, I always try to help my fans out as much as they help me out, and you guys appreciate the content, so I'm here bringing you guys as much content as I can. More videos are going to come too. Now that I have the new PC, it's very easy for me to make videos and edit them and upload them. It takes no time at all. I just need to dedicate time to actually doing so. Alex Gasper, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you, man. He says GL. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and try to flip some Bandos chest plates next. Looks like everything is starting to go back up in price from when I last played. I think about a week ago, things were still going back down in price. Looks like things have changed a little bit. Things are starting to go back up in price as well. And it doesn't look like the Bandos chest plate is going to do us any good. Margin is less than 10K, so we're going to stay away from that. Terry Kropsky says, "Hey Sierra, I'm new to RS and flipping VPixels sent me here." Yo, shout out to VPixels. Thank you so much for checking out the content, first of all, Terry. And yes, I can definitely help you learn how to flip. Now, Terry, I must say, if you are trying to learn how to flip and trying to make bank off flipping in RuneScape, I do have a massive suggestion for you. Join us on Discord, link in the description below. It is a great place to learn how to flip with your cash stack and everything like that. We can give you personal help with any amount of cash in there, and a lot of people are really enjoying it. We have over 500 members. Awesome place to talk with us. But on top of that, let me know how much money you're working with, how you're trying to get into flipping. Have you done any flipping yet? Just let me know where you kind of are in the game. I can definitely help you find some items to flip and make sure that your cash stack grows to an optimal amount. Ghost Whisperer says, "Represent from the Discord. I bought my bond today too. Always a hard purchase." Yes, dude. Ghost Whisperer, it is a very hard purchase. Thanks for joining us on Discord, man. Just vouch for us a little bit, Ghost. Isn't the Discord a really good place to just look at flips and talk with other flippers? Honestly, it's such a good community we got going on there. Very happy the direction that is going. Anyway, guys, let's check out some mana rays next. Then I think I'm actually going to look at some Guthans and Darok's armor sets. I just have this hunch that they're going to be good today. I just have this hunch. We'll also make sure we do the Amulets of Fury next as well. So actually, I'm going to do those first because those are such a quick flip, such easy money right there, and we just need to make it as fast as possible. Then, if we have any leftover cash, we'll actually go look at the Amulets of Torture as well. Wow, the Furies are not a good margin at all, but I'm going to flip them anyway, just because they're one of my favorite items. They're so easy to flip. Let's go ahead and look at the Guthan's armor set next, though. I stopped playing because Tebow crashed, so I sold it, and I'm taking a long-term break. Yeah, right, Gravid, but I understand the long-term break, man. Sometimes you just got to take a break from video games for a while. You know, I like RuneScape, but I just like it for flipping, basically. I just sit at the GE and flip all the time. Now, people are like, how is that enjoyable? Honestly, I don't know how it's enjoyable, but it is by far one of my favorite things to do in this game. And I honestly haven't seriously played this game in like 2 years. I just sit here and flip all the time. And I live stream and bring you guys content, and you know, I just find that the most enjoyable thing. Of course, I do some content sometimes, like some forecast, a little bit of, you know, extra GP coming in from that, but yeah, I don't really play the game seriously. I just like money making in this game. I don't know why. Alex Gasper says Discord is great. Joined last week. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate that 100%. And you must be having a good time in there. It seems like you like it. So thank you. So here, I have pics of the Tebow. If you don't believe, I have it, or ask Rith. Okay, I will, man. Anyway, Terry says, I just became a member and my cash stack is 25. I'm hoping that's enough to start. VPixel said that it can still be profitable at this point, just not massively so. When you say your cash stack is 25, do you mean 25k? Or like 25 mil, or literally 25 GP. Just let me know, and we'll try to point you in the right direction. But anyway, we're going to do the Amulet of Torture next, guys, because we do have 200 mil left to work with, so we have plenty and plenty of money. Now, let's sell this off at the bottom here and see how much we can make per... Okay, so the Amulet of Torture is not really as good as I was hoping it was going to be today, but it still is going to make us, like... what was that, like 17k each? So we'll make sure to get a couple of these going here and try to make a lot of profit. Sorry, haha, forgot the M. No worries, man. Let me just make sure I get my offers settled here, and I'll be sure to help you out in 1 second. 2843995 is what we'll sell for. Should make us a good bit of profit. Now, I don't think this will be a crazy stream today, just because it's Monday, kind of during work hours, so I'm not too sure how many people we're going to get in here, but I'll be sure to help you guys out as much as I can. So Terry, with 25 mil, I'm going to recommend that, since you are sort of a new flipper as well, that you stick to mainly high volume items. Now, what I mean by high volume and high quantity items are items that are traded a lot in the game that are basically mostly consumables, so like arrows and foods and potions and like Zolver Scales here, like Sharks, Zolver Scales, Amulets of Fury. Those are 3 really good flips that you can use yourself and that you can try using. Blood runes on top of that, death runes. I want you to stick with mainly high quantity in the beginning here, just so you get the feel for flipping. Now, honestly, the first flip you ever do, I would recommend is blood runes. Now, blood runes are a very highly traded item in the game. A lot of people buying and selling them basically at all times, so they usually don't have the greatest margin, but sometimes you can get lucky and get like a 4 or 5 GP margin. For blood runes, anything over a 2 GP margin is going to be good. I'd recommend trying to flip one of them. If you don't know how to do a price check, let me know and I can show you here real quick. But I would try to flip them first. Let me know how it goes, if it works out for you, and we can move on from there. Gravid Media says, I can't find my laptop charger to play Smite, and I'm raging. Really? You're playing Smite these days, man? Boring. It's not that boring, but a game that I actually played the other day with some friends was TFT, the Teamfight Tactics. It's like a League of Legends game. I don't like normal League of Legends. I used to, but the Teamfight Tactics game is very fun. Anyway, things moving at decent speeds today. We got 2 Guthan's armor sets and 2 Darok's armor sets, so that's not too bad at all. We've got half of our grubby keys. They actually might make us some bank here, because if we can actually get these off for 42k each, we just made 800 GP per, which is actually not bad. We only have 200 of them in right now. It costs us about 8 mil to flip that, but we'll see how that goes. 169 for the Zolver scales, trying to sell them for. We don't have any sold yet, which is a little concerning. I'm pretty sure that was the sell price, though. Yeah, it was the sell price, so we'll just camp that for a little bit, see if that works out for us.
Excuse me, a damn fine cup.
Terry says, okay, I'll try that for sure, thank you. I think I know how to do a price check. You buy high and sell low and see. Yeah, so basically what you do, Terry, is you buy just one blood rune for a very high price, and then you sell it for a very low price. Now, what that will do is it will show you that the price that the item is selling for and the price that it's buying for. So that sell price that you sell it off for is the lowest price it's going to be, and that the buy offer that you put it in for, that really high offer, is the price that you can sell it for. So once you do that, you basically just pick the lower number. So I can show you on screen right now, actually. So I checked blood runes here, and you can see that I bought a blood rune for 371 and sold it for 370. So I know that blood runes will buy for 370 GP each, so I can put an offer in for blood runes at 370 GP each, and for me, I would do 10,000 of them. For you, I don't know if you want to do all of that at once, but you can, or you can do 5,000 or 2,000, however much you're comfortable with. And then I know that once all of these buy, all the blood runes buy for 370 GP, I can turn around and sell them on the Grand Exchange again for 371 GP, which makes me 1 GP per blood rune that I buy. Now, of course, that's not really a margin that I would flip, but if you're just learning how to flip, you can definitely do that. It's just I'm trying to get your feet wet in flipping, and see if you like it or not, if you're making sure you get the hang of it. The most important thing is making sure you know how to flip and how to do margin checks before you start doing and putting in a lot of time and doing crazy flips. So just make sure you know what you're doing first, and I'm trying to get you accustomed to doing that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and sell all these Darox armor sets for 3,474,000. 3,474,995. List that, let it do its thing, and we'll leave that there. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. On top of all of that, we're going to be back with some awesome streams coming up in the future, so thank you for tuning in today and supporting the channel. And yeah, join us on Discord if you are interested. We have a flipping Discord basically, and we have a lot of friendly people in there. If you're trying to learn how to flip, join us on Discord. Honestly, it's the best place to go. My channel is great for learning how to flip, but if you need more personal help, join us on Discord. We have over 500 members, and everyone there is super nice. We'd love to help you out. So anyway, that's my pitch for today, and we're just gonna kick back, have a chill stream today, and see how much money we can make. Now, it's funny because I was actually going to relist these Amulets of Fury because they didn't look like they were selling. And keep in mind, we're only making 4K per Amulet of Fury. It's actually really not even worth flipping. Usually, I only flip Amulets of Fury if I'm getting around 8 to 10K each, or over that, of course. But yeah, basically, I didn't think they were going to start selling, but now they're starting to sell. So we'll leave that there for a little bit. No Amulets of Torture coming in yet either, so we'll let it sit for a little bit longer, but I'm not going to wait too long for that, considering we only lost 15K on the margin check, so I'm not too disappointed by that. Gravid said he's seen a lot of people playing TFT. You should try it, but I might have to play Smite on my Mac instead. Ooh, that is not good. I learned something that, Macs don't run games very well because they don't have, first of all, they do have graphics cards, but they don't have powerful graphics cards because they're not really built to play games. And second of all, I heard the way that Mac games are developed are 3 times as intensive on the computer than other games. If you played a game on a Windows computer, then it's the way it's coded has to be way more intensive than the way it can be coded on a Windows computer. So it really runs up your computer if you're trying to play a game on a Mac. Anyway, we got all of those Darox armor sets off. The first flip of the day is completed. We'll see how much we made from that. Wow, guys, really solid flip there. Made about 200K on that, so very, very happy. A little bit over, actually. So, very nice, guys. 220K or so coming in to the bank, adding that to the stack. Very happy to see that. Anyway, we're going to try to keep we're not going to do any crazy flips today, but we're trying to do some like mid-level PVM item flips, if that makes any sense. So we're going to do the Berserker Ring next, see if we can get a solid margin on that, and it looks like we will. 14k per Berserker Ring is actually very nice. So we're going to go ahead and try to flip 7 of those and see if we can actually finish that. I'm not super confident because Amulet of Fury and Berserker Rings are in a very similar price bracket, so, and have very similar uses, right? If you get a Fury, you kind of want a Berserker Ring as well, because most of the time it's for melee, but you can also use the Fury for range as well. But we'll see what happens there, and we're luckily starting to get those all of our skills off, so we know the price is stable there. And the grubby keys are still coming in for this price, so we're very happy with that. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, please let me know. I'm here to help you guys out, and I'd love to walk you through anything. Oh, I forgot to read your comment there, Terry. Sorry about that. He says, at one point, would you say this becomes a really good GP per hour method? Like, what cash tag does it become insane money on average? I don't know. I think if you have 50 mil, it will start to rival any other money-making method. So, but that's purely if you bank stand. So, if you're experienced and you have about 50 mil, you can maybe make like 1.5 to 2 mil an hour, which is about the same that you could make in Vorkath unless you get really lucky. I would say that it starts to become insane money if you get to around 200 mil. You can really make a lot of GP. Like on live streams, I don't make nearly as much as I can make off streams as I make in those Flipping with Syratube, that series that I have. I make way more GP in those videos than I do on live streams because, one, you guys can see my price listing, so some of you could undercut me or overcut me depending on what your intentions are, and I don't blame you for that. I understand that it's kind of a downside of flipping on stream, but the streams are just here to teach you guys like flipping methods and some items that you can try. But on top of that, like, I can just make so much money off stream by flipping. Like, I think I can do like 4 or 5 mil an hour right now with my cash tag, so it's pretty good. And Ghost Whisperer says, just install Windows on the computer to improve their value. He's talking about the Mac computers. You can use Boot Camp. It works awesome. That is true. I did have Boot Camp on an old Mac, and it did work very well. It ran very well. So you could do that if you're, looking to get Windows on your Mac computer. Anyway, we're going to go and turn around and sell these Guthan's armor sets for 3.835. And actually, we're going to go 3834995. Let it do its thing and see if that makes us any money here. Now, we have 123 mil still, and these Amulets of Torture aren't really buying, so we're going to try to put this into something else here. Try the Bandos Tacits. Now, I did say we're not going to do any crazy flips today. I don't think Bandos Tacits are really a crazy flip, but I didn't think we were going to do anything that's really this expensive, but hey, we're going to go in and do it anyway. Man, not a very good margin on the Bandos today, which is sort of surprising. I thought we would do a little bit better there. That's okay. We'll try the Armadillo Crossbow instead. Now, this is still a pretty low-priced item right now. It did get down to, what, like 24 mil at some point, which is very, very... Wow. None of these high-end PVM items are doing very good, so we're going to stick to the consumables then. We're going to go ahead and try to do some Dragon Darts here, and these should make us a good bit of cash because you can buy such a high quantity of them, and the margins tend to be quite nice on these. Now, we're not even getting 10 GP on them, which is not great, but 9 GP is, in my opinion, is still kind of worth it. We still have 189 mil though, so I kind of want to make sure to get to use as much of it as I can. Heroic Peasant says, hey mate, how's it going? It's going great, man, and we're just trying to make as much money as we can here today, rebuilding the price of the bond we had to get, and we should be able to do that. Just gonna take us a little bit of time. Let me think of, we can do those burnt pages. Now these are kind of a new flip. Someone introduced to me a couple streams back. I've done them before, like years ago, and they just never really worked out too great for me, so I stopped flipping them. But I've seen the potential of these things, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to flip the limit of them. It should be pretty difficult, and we still have 127 mil sitting around, so I'm hoping we can clear one of these other flips up pretty quickly and get something else listed. So the sharks should be pretty quick to buy out for the rest here, but I haven't seen any movement on them in a minute, so we'll keep a close eye on them. Terry says, that's awesome. Do you recommend I start a list of items I like to flip? Just keep adding to it so I don't constantly have to go off memory. Or do you have your own personal list you check? Now, Terry, I would recommend that you make, first of all, you should make your own list, definitely. If you flip an item and you find you really like flipping it, definitely start making a list. Now, if you don't know where to start, I do have a flipping list on the Discord, link in the description below, by the way, guys. Flipping Discord, great place to learn how to flip. But I do have a list on there that is a public list that people can use. And if you just join the Discord and say, hey, who has a, like, hey, can someone share the flipping list? Either I'll share it to you or someone else will share it with you. It's just basically a Google Docs link that has a ton of flipping items on there that you guys can use. So definitely check that out if you're kind of lost on where to go with your flips. Grand Callum says, how do you get the buy limit on your GE? Now, this is through the client RuneLite. It says how much of an item that you can buy every 4 hours if you use the client, so it's definitely worth your time to use RuneLite. So if you're not, then definitely check it out, because it is the best client, and I really, really enjoy using it. Heroic Peasant says, Dragonfire shields are in my bread and butter. Dragonfire shields are very consistent, but I don't find they always have great margins on them. But that is definitely something we're going to check out after this. Thanks for reminding me, because it's those Dragonfire shields are one of those items that I always find are good items to flip, but I just always forget to flip them. So we're definitely going to check that out here today, and thank you for reminding me about that. Vindes says, this man's still alive. What's up, Vindes? Thanks for coming and checking out the stream today, man, and welcome back. The streams are going to be more consistent now, Vindes. Don't worry. I just had to get some other stuff done, but now I can bring consistent streams to the channel, and my life is, like, way more regimented and, like, structured to where, you know, I'm working, and then I'm not working, and I have my hours, my days set, and everything like that. So, we'll keep it up. Hey, Sierra, if you want some jewelry 30% off, you can get some. Oh, maybe I have to get some for the girlfriend, of course, but just kidding. It's really sad. I'm just messing around, but if we buy a G off the GE, then we can get some jewelry. Pinky promise? Yes, I pinky promise, Vindes. Harith, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for tuning in. I got an endorsement by Lavish, but jewelry isn't really my thing. Oh, that's cool, though. I can probably link the flipping list in the live chat, but I'd rather you guys join the Discord, so just join the Discord and ask for it. Harith, did Gravid have a T-bow? Don't lie to me. He's claiming he had a T-bow, but I don't think he did. Okay, we're having trouble getting any of these Guthan's armor sets off. The shark, basically everything we've been flipping has stopped moving, so we're going to make sure we kind of cut back a little bit. Go 1 GP under our shark margin here, and hope. Wow. That's dope. That sold immediately. Okay, that's some great profit, and it sold for 809, so look at that, guys. That's like one of the biggest shark flips I've ever had. You usually don't get much better than that, so what do we make? Like 140k on sharks? That's insane, guys. Would love to see it there. Now we need to kind of cut back on this berserker ring. I think we're gonna go 3133995. List it, let it do its thing there, and it should sell pretty quick since we weren't able to buy any of them. So my guess is the margins moved upwards. The burnt pages are coming in slowly, but that's as expected. Let's go ahead and try those Dragonfire shields that we were talking about before. The Dragonfire wards are also very good as well. And the reason I don't really flip the Dragonfire wards on stream is they're a little expensive. So when you margin check them, it kind of takes a lot of your cash stack. So if I'm margin checking those, what's it called? The Dragonfire wards, I want to make sure that no one competes with me on that price listing, just because it is a very expensive item to check. So we want to make sure we get that out of the way and just kind of hide it from other people. Hey, you know, as a flipper, guys, you do want to hide your items. You don't want to tell everyone all the good items you have. That's important to kind of keep. You kind of want to defend those. I do it because I'm trying to teach you guys, but I also have some items I don't tell you guys about that I use just to make me some extra bank on the side, you know. But most of the items I have, I honestly tell you. There's only like 3 or 4 that I haven't told anyone. Let me see. We got 107 mil to work with. Let's check the Grimy Renar out. We'll see if we can actually get to flipping this. And it finally looks like it's going back up in price. Oh my god, you know how low this thing went? Took forever to get a good flip on these because everyone was just dumping them. And finally, it is back up in price. So good to see, guys. Anyway, I missed a few comments here, so let me go back up. Building my alt, what about you? Miss you so much. Oh my goodness. How dare you call me a liar. Yeah, man. Alright, can you just give me all your money, Gravid, and then we'll go from there, man? Vindes, my cash stack is currently at, what were we at, 303 mil. I lost 4 mil on a flip because I stopped playing the game, and, like, I literally haven't played this game in, like, 2 weeks, and now I'm finally back. And, yeah, I left an item in and totally lost a bunch of money on it. Lost 4 mil on it, so not happy with that. And then I had to buy a bond, which was 4.3 mil. So we're down about 9 mil as soon as we get back. So we gotta get playing this game and get making some bank, so... Terry says, I was very afraid to start flipping because I was afraid to lose my 25 mil, but Pixel said that if you do it smart and learn from me, oh, thank you, you'll make more than you lose, even though losing is inevitable. That is very true. You will definitely lose money, and you can lose money in the beginning, too. Usually, people don't lose more than, like, 300K when they start learning how to flip, but that is just part of the game, and if you spend the time learning how to flip and really finding good items to flip, you will make bank, I promise. The flipping right here is how the wealthy players in OSRS become the richest players in OSRS. I promise. We have people in the Discord that literally are sitting on tens of bills because they just flip like T-bows, and it's just nothing to them. Then they come away with like 25 mil profits, and it's crazy. I'm a good flipper. I'm very experienced, but I'm not the best flipper, and I don't claim to be. Grand Callum says, what are some good volume flips? Grand Callum, how much GP are you working with? I can recommend some good high volume flips for you in that range, depending on how much money you're working with. Sharks, Manas, Dragon Darts, Zulra's Blood Runes, and Death Runes. Yeah, those are all great. All great suggestions coming from Gravid there. We're going to cut back on the Guthan's armor sets a little bit. Looks like we're kind of struggling a little bit with selling them off, so we're going to go down a little bit in GP on those. Oh, I think I incorrectly listed that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I got confused with the Darox armor set. Oh, man, let me see. How much did we lose on that? 3,806. Yeah, we lost a good bit of money on that. That was so dumb. I'm a little bit rusty, like I said. It's been a while since I've been flipping. But see, as you can see right there, Terry, I already lost some money, but that was a dumb mistake. Usually, if you know what you're doing and you're paying attention, you won't lose money like that. That was a very stupid mistake on my part, and that shouldn't have happened. So, anyway, I keep it transparent with you guys. When I make mistakes, everyone sees it, and I just admit to it, because, hey, the only way you can get better is if you admit to your mistakes. But, anyway, we got all of these Dragonfire shields in, so we're going to turn around and sell them for 6,311, I think we'll do. 6311995. List it, let it do its thing. Should sell pretty quickly. Now, on top of that, we've got about 63 mil left to work with. I'll trade you in 1 second, Harith, and Grand Callum. I'll get to some recommendations in 1 second. Let me just get one more listing up here and make sure we got, GP coming in from all angles here. Let's do some Revenant teleports. Now, this is not something I normally ever do on stream, and I honestly don't do them a lot in general, but I think they look pretty low price. I saw them on GE Tracker this morning, and they look pretty low price, so I'm going to try to flip a few of them. Not too many, because they are kind of risky to flip, but we'll let that sit for a little bit. Wow, Arjun, level 121. Oh my. Progressing your account. 6,000 kebabs, 13,000 vials of water coming in from Arjun. Thank you, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, so thank you so much for that donation. Really do appreciate that. Adding it to the kebab stack, over 10 million vials of water. Crazy. And look, we're almost at 10k kebabs. Awesome to see you guys. You got coffee or water today, Sierra? Well, if you can tell, I had 2 cups of coffee today, so I'm like really amped up and jittery. So I had to, put water in this time instead of my caffeine, but I do have water with me today, so good prediction by Harith, he knows. And anyway, let's get to Grand Callum's question, because we haven't talked about that in a minute. I would, recommend Mana Ray Sharks are 2 great, really high quantity flips with that cash stack. You're definitely want to do Zulrah Scales. Revenant Ether is also very good. It's not as good as the Zulrah Scales, but it's very, very good as well. On top of that, let me think of some more good high quantity ones. Blood runes, death runes, as Griffin mentioned. Law runes are great as well. Nature runes will do you good too. Let me think about some other good ones. Dragon arrows, that's a really great one you can do. We should actually probably do those, since these dragon darts really aren't pulling off very much profit for us here. Just taking a little bit too long. But we'll give it another minute, and then we'll check out those dragon arrows. Dragon arrows are great. And magic logs are good too, for that amount of cash as well. Oops, let's go back here. Oh, we need to do the Fashionscape competition, guys. We haven't done one in way too long, guys. I almost considered logging into OSRS. That's how I know it'll be time soon. I need that hunger. That's so funny. You gotta keep making music, Ravid. Don't get distracted. What world are you in? I'm in World 321, like I am every time I'm here live streaming, guys. Vindes says, what would you do for 400k kebabs? I don't know, man. Some dirty things, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Cannonballs, yes, another great high quantity flip. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that recommendation. I wish they could integrate pics into the live chat and have it go through a mod filter. That is a great idea and a great opportunity for Twitch and YouTube. So, what if my live stream got demonetized because I mentioned Twitch? That'd be so funny. Just like, nope, you're not allowed to talk about other streaming platforms. So, I think we'll eventually move to Twitch. My live streams here do really well, though. So, I'm kind of happy where I am right now with my live streams. But eventually, I think we'll move, just because you can make a little more money on Twitch, so we'll always put the VODs on YouTube regardless, but, you know, might be nice. I'm no sleeping, I got waters for you. Alright, man. Wow, maxed account, dude. Crazy. Oh, you logged on me, bro. Anyway. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic Monday. I'm kind of having a pretty good Monday, to be honest. What about you guys? What are you doing in RuneScape right now? Are you flipping? Are you money making? Or are you training your accounts? Let me know in the live chat. I'm always interested into what you guys are up to. And on top of that, where are you tuning in from today? Are you from the States? Are you from Europe? Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Love to hear it. It's my favorite thing to do on live stream is ask where people are watching from. And shout out to the U.S. women's team for winning the Women's World Cup. That was a big victory for us. So, yeah. Great job, women's team. Hey, Sierra, I think you can stream on both platforms. You should do that for a month before fully switching to Twitch. Yeah, it depends. I'm trying to get the Instagram growing up a little bit. Follow me at Syratube, guys, on Instagram if you're interested. I want to post more flips on there. I just post memes right now just to get a little bit of a following, but I do want to post more flips on there. There's not a lot of people that post their flips on Instagram and stuff like that, so I want to make sure we can get that settled. Watching from Alaska. That is amazing, man. I'm pretty sure there's a program you can use to stream to both at once. Yeah, I probably should do that. UK here. Awesome, man. Australia, 2:30 a.m. Dude, you gotta go to bed, man. You got work tomorrow? Whew, I don't want you to be too tired. That was the biggest F for England. I can't even imagine losing to people that call it soccer. Yeah, that's funny. I should be calling it football. Football. But we have American football, so it gets like confusing if you're American, you call it football. Like everyone thinks you're talking about like American football if you say that. So we have to call it soccer. Anyway, we're gonna sell these mana rays for 1,174, and we'll get to trading No Sleepin' over here because I know he just had to relog there. On night shift at the moment. So it's like 2 in the afternoon for me. Oh, dope. All right. 10 vials of water coming in from No Sleepin'. 20 vials of water coming in from No Sleepin'. Is he going to put any more up? Oh, 13,000 vials of water coming in from No Sleepin'. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate the vials of water. We're going to put that to the bank there. And thank you so much, man. Adding to that stack. Wow, I never thought we were even going to hit 10 million, to be honest. Now we're there. Rugby is not American football. Hurts my soul. Yeah, it's not. Rugby is definitely not American football. Yeah, they're quite different. But both are actually fun to watch. Rugby is like confusing to me because people get tackled and then they just like keep running. So I don't really know what's going on, but it's definitely still very enjoyable to watch, and they don't wear pads and stuff. It's pretty hardcore. Now we're gonna turn around and sell these dragon darts because they're not really buying, so I want to make sure we can get something that's kind of buying and selling a little bit faster, just to make us more profit here. 2947 is what we're going to sell for. Try to get them off pretty quickly while still making, yeah, they basically sold instantly, so I'm not too surprised about that. Let me think about, oh, I missed your comment there, Vince Alves. He said, hey, just started watching your vids recently. Glad I'm able to make it to a stream. Thank you for tuning in, Vince, man, and I'm so glad you enjoy my content. Let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, and I'll be sure to help you out one-on-one. Of course, the live streams are here to teach you guys how to flip with your cash stacks, so, of course, any questions about flipping, I'm very willing to answer on these streams. On top of that, Vince, join us on Discord if you haven't already. It is an amazing place to learn how to flip. There's a link in the description below. That is going to be the best place to get some personal help and just see what other people are flipping. We encourage people to post their flips in there and, yeah, basically their success stories. So definitely join there if you are interested and you're more serious about flipping. Let me take a look and let me think of some... Oh, we're going to do those dragon arrows next, actually. Now, we're not really using our whole cash stack today, which is... not a huge deal, but usually when you're flipping, if you're just standing at the GE, you kind of want to make sure that all your money is put into flips. So we're actually not doing a great job with that. Now, the reason is because I haven't played for 2 weeks, so it's kind of taking me a minute to get back in the groove and find all these items that are good to flip. But and just making sure my cash stack is spread out. But that'll come back as I do more streams here and do more flipping. So we'll get back to that. Vince says, awesome, I'll join the Discord. Awesome, dude. Glad to see it, or glad to hear it at least, and I'll see you in there. Terry says, coming from an American, we call it football when the foot barely touches the ball in a game, and soccer where it all does, when all it does is touch the feet. Yeah, Terry, I don't do the naming schemes around here, but something like that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I play rugby for 7 years now, had to take a break this season for school. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Rugby, like I said, it's a very hardcore sport. You know, it's basically football without pads. I mean, obviously the rules are very different, but like rugby, they don't stop very often, and they have like scrums. It's really intense. Oh, someone's calling my name. Soccer Kid 430. That's funny. He's got the name there. Wow, 3,000 kebabs coming in from Soccer Kid 430. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate that. Add it to the new stack here. And look at this, guys. Over 10k kebabs. The new stack has started. Once we get to 100k, I'll be pumped because then we'll have like the white text. It'll be like 100k kebabs and white text. That's going to be awesome. Anyway, if you guys don't know, we just collect, we're collecting kebabs now. We collected 10 million vials of water, and that was our first item we collected. Now we're moving on to our next item, which is going to be 10 million kebabs. And I don't really know why I collect these things. It's just kind of fun. It's kind of fun to collect a certain item, and kebabs will be really fun. So I definitely want to do that. Anyway, I've got a question for you guys. Now, people that play the game more, there's some people in the around the GE talking about the botting in RuneScape. Do you think botting is ruining RuneScape? Do you think it's actually the problem is getting better? Do you think more bots are getting banned, or is there more bots than ever before? Honestly, sitting at the GE, I don't really get a good feel for that. How do you guys think the state of the game is with these bots running around? Is there more? Is there less? Let me know what you guys think about that. Botting definitely hurts the game a lot, so I'm curious to see kind of what the state of botting is in RuneScape right now. Terry says, you know what sucks about living in Alaska? Shipping. A lot of places say only ships to US. Then when you try to order, they say they don't ship there. And then when you ask, they say only shipping to the continental US. I usually say, oh cool, Alaska is part of the continent, so send it anyhow. And they usually make some excuse. Yeah, that must be because it's expensive to get stuff over there. That really does stink, to be honest. I can't really help you with that too much. So, hey, maybe they'll start shipping to Alaska someday and it'll be a lot easier. But it does make sense though. I actually have been to Alaska, believe it or not. I've been to Alaska. I went to Anchorage and then Juneau. So I've actually been to Alaska and it's pretty dope. Like it's very like, how do you say it? Like it's so much nature there. Oh, let me tell my friend I'm streaming here. There we go. That's awesome. I'm in Skagway. Honestly, I'm not sure where that is, but hopefully it's close to one of the two places I mentioned. Anyway, let's go ahead and buy another mana ray, guys. We have to maintenance our flips a little bit here because we're starting to slow down with our profits, so we got to make sure that items continue moving. 1169, the margin has dropped a bit, but we're still making money on it, so most of the time I'd probably list it at like 1171 and just leave it for a little bit. But just because I want to keep items moving today, we're going to try to sell that off. The Revenant teleports aren't really working out either, so we're going to cut back on those. 22603 is what we'll sell for. Now, that's one thing for new flippers as well. If you are flipping, make sure that you're price checking every once in a while, especially if it's a high quantity item, because it's not very expensive to margin check. And like if an item stops buying, you want to make sure you've got the correct price listings, because again, if it stops buying, you might be listing it at the wrong price. So just make sure you keep a close eye on your items. It's not as big of a deal if you're flipping like low volume items or very expensive items, but when you're flipping high margin items, you just want to make sure that you're doing the correct price listings. Did you, or have you ever tried to flip crypto, says Any Keys? Actually, that's funny you ask that. I actually, in these past 2 weeks, have bought and sold some crypto, so it's funny to mention that. I made about $10 doing it, so I wasn't putting any big positions in, but I did. I bought and sold some Bitcoin, and then I did that twice. So, yeah, I actually do. I do trade like real stock sometimes in companies, but I don't really talk about that on stream ever because it's kind of it's similar to RuneScape, but there's a lot more that goes into it. And people have, asked like, Syratube, why don't you make videos on that, or why don't you talk about that? I want to make real money, and yeah, I get that too. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I'm good at RuneScape. I'm known for RuneScape, so I just do RuneScape most of the time. And there's other people that can teach you about stocks better than I can, so. Nice, I made a scanner app to find quick flips. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's really dope. I kind of want that, to be honest. Anyway, guys, hopefully you are enjoying the live stream today. Leave a like if you are. Seriously, it really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. Join us on Discord, link in the description below if you are looking for a place that has like more personal help to flipping or for flipping. And on top of that, guys, it is also a great place to just kind of talk with other flippers, see what they're flipping. And a lot of people have very similar cash tags in there, so people just kind of talk back and forth on, hey, what are you flipping with 15 mil? What are you flipping with 25 mil? And of course, you can ask me any questions you want in there, and I'll get back to you. Like, honestly, if you ask me a question in the Discord in like a DM, I will always get back to you. I almost always get back to everyone within like a day. So, yeah. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Flipping Fam, Vince. Very much appreciated, bro. And yeah, I'm so glad you enjoy the content. You said that before, so again, really appreciate that. 86 mil sitting here. The mana rays are starting to sell, so that's a good sign. Looks like we have a good listing on that. The grubby keys are slowly buying, but looks like we're going to be able to finish that before the end of the stream here, this flip. So very happy with that. Grimy Renar is almost finished. Burnt Pages coming in slowly but surely. Dragonfire Shield's also liquidating. We haven't sold one in a little bit, though, so we got to keep a close eye on that. Just got a few more Dragon Arrows, so that is good to see as well. So our skills are kind of going pretty slow. They usually don't take this long, so it's not concerning because they're such a high volume item that they should sell, or the price should push back up. But the price on the Zolver skills is very stable, so if even the margin moves down by 1 GP, you're probably not going to sell it for 1 GP over for at least a few hours, so you just need to be careful. Was kind of hoping we'd find a few more expensive items that we could flip here, but these higher margin, or not higher margin, excuse me, higher volume items are not moving as fast as I was hoping today, so we just gotta be patient. Oh, for those of you that were watching the last stream, actually, let's get another flip in first before we start talking about that. But looks like we were able to get all those Revenant Cave teleports off, so that is very, very good. We should do another high quantity flip here, but I'm thinking we actually do one that's like kind of, it's kind of high quantity, but it's kind of high price at the same time. I'm thinking we do a black mask flip. So we'll see how much we can make off of that. It's about 10k. Oh no, not 10k at all. It's not big at all. A lot less than that. So we're actually going to stay away from that. It was like 4k per black mask we flip. So I don't really want to do that. I think we're going to go ahead and try to flip. We could do like some Armadillo item, but we don't really have enough to do that. 87 mil is enough to flip Armadillo items, but I'll only be able to flip like 2 at a time. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll check out that Dragon Pickaxe, actually. That is a good suggestion. Not sure if it's going to work out too well for us, but we'll see. Looks like it's kind of low price. Sometimes the Dragon Pickaxes push up into... Oh, yeah, that's a great flip. That is a great flip. Thank you for the recommendation there, Any Keys. Appreciate that so much. We're going to go ahead and flip a few of these here. I feel like we should do, like, maybe... What could we do, like 15? Yeah, 15. That's good. And look, that basically gets all our cash into flips, so we can talk about flips, answer flipping questions, and basically... teach everyone how to make bank here. These streams are all about making bank, learning how to flip and things like that, so always ask me questions. I'm your resource, you guys are my resource as well, and together we will become the richest players in OSRS. I promise and I guarantee it, as long as you're dedicated, you will become rich in RuneScape. Alex Gasper says, what do you flip around 1 mil each? Been doing Occult Necklace, Sarasword, Black Mask. Those are some very good flips. Yeah, you could also do Obsidian Legs. Those are around 1 mil each, at least the last time I checked, and they tend to be really good. So, they don't flip super fast, but they have nice margins almost all the time. On top of that, you could flip like Barrow's items specifically, like Carol's leather top will be a good one, and the leather skirt is not quite as expensive, but that's good too. Onyx Bolt, that's a good flip as well. Kind of hard to sell though, but still pretty good. Harith said, I just skulled up on my ult and killed a green dragon bot because it messed up my Venenatus kill. Stupid broken bot. Hey man, he's a rogue bot coming to kill Venenatus. But on top, why are you flipping? Why are you killing Venenatus? Are you going for the pet or something, or is it just profit? Don't worry, I won't give away your world, Harith, so people won't come take you out. Unless it's me. Pet hunt. Alright, good luck on the pet hunt, dude. Venenatus is a sick pet, though. Wait, does the new boss, what's the new boss's name? The spider, what's that guy's name? He's in the 4th OS dungeon. I haven't looked at really that content that much recently, but what's his name? Like, starts with an S. I don't remember his name, though. He's like a spider with really long legs. He's kind of skinny. Yeah, Spider-Man. Exactly. Either way, does the new boss in the 4th OS dungeon, the spider boss, does he drop a pet? Oh, Syraknis, yeah. Is there a Syraknis pet? I haven't seen one yet. And I would imagine someone's would have had one by now, but so I'm guessing there's not a pet. Yeah, he drops a pet. All right. I heard he's not that hard to kill. Hey, all the grimy Renard weed bought, guys. That's a very good sign. It says it was selling for 7,000, but I'm actually not confident we're going to get it off for that price. It's probably going to be a lot less. Wow, it's still 7,000, so we're going to go one under that. That'll be a really good profit if we can actually sell all of this. Medium level boss shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. Yeah, it didn't look that hard. And if you have the Crystal Halberd, then you can mess him up real badly, because he's pretty wide, right? So you can, like, get the double hit on it. Anyway, guys, hopefully you are enjoying the live stream. Leave a like if you are. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel. And again, join us on Discord. Link in the description below if you are looking for a place to learn how to flip with your cash stack and just further your cash stack and talk with other great flippers. I've never flipped on RS3 actually any keys, but I heard because the player base is smaller than old school RuneScape that the flipping on RS3 is actually more profitable because there's more items to pick from and there's less players, so the margins are usually larger. So I've heard you can make more money flipping on RS3. Like if you flip on RS3 and then you swap money over to old school RuneScape, I heard it's actually more GP per hour. But either way, I like flipping on old school, and I only really play old school, so I don't think I'll ever get into RS3 flipping, just because I don't know the items as well. It would take me like I have to play the game to actually figure out like what items are good, what items are bad, and things like that, and I just really don't feel like it. He's thick. Scythe would work good too. Oh yeah, I saw people bring the scythe there. Does the scythe double hit if you if something's wider than like one space? I actually didn't know that's how it worked. I think he's weak to crush though, right? So I think the new weapon's good against him, and probably the Elder Maul and the Abyssal Bludgeon are good too. Yeah, it hits more than 3 times, I think. I'm not a scythe expert. Wow, that's insane. That is insanely powerful. I guess that's why it's 1.2 bill, so that makes sense. But yeah, I haven't been playing a ton of RuneScape recently, so...
Can't you see what love and romance have done?
Do you guys like the new content though? I heard I didn't hear, I guess I heard. I watched a new video from a pretty small YouTube creator. His name's Heartsblitz, I think is Heartblitz. I followed him for a while, but he made a video on like the undead druids, and he did like a profit per hour kind of video, and they looked pretty good for a medium level moneymaker. So I don't know, might be worth checking out if you are interested in kind of a side moneymaker, I guess, or if your stats aren't that high. I think if you pray, protect from mage, they can't really hit you, so a lot more money than you think. Okay, the Grab Me Renar is starting to sell. Very happy with that. We're going to start cutting back on some of these flips that are taking a while, like the burnt pages, just because we are coming up on an hour, so we got to make sure we cut back on this. I'm going to turn around and sell these burnt pages for 5,682, I think. 5682. Let it do its thing, guys. And yeah, we're still struggling to sell the rest of these Dragonfire shields, so I'm going to actually try to sell these for 6308995. We're going to just knock that down a bit, so hopefully we can sell them off. All the grubby keys are almost finished. I'll leave them for a little bit longer. I would like to finish that flip on stream today. I just don't know if it's going to happen. So, Obsidian Cape, any good to flip? Honestly, I've maybe flipped it once, and I don't really remember if it was good or not. My guess is it's probably not. It's probably like a 10k flip, honestly. So maybe not horrible, depending on your cash stack, but I don't know. I never found it to be any good. Jordy Baldy says, hey guys, didn't see the notification, so sorry I'm late. No worries, Jordy. Thank you for tuning in today. Welcome to the stream, and it's good to see you guys again. Of course, it's been a while since I've streamed, but like I said before, I promise from this point forward, the streams will be way more consistent, and the uploads will be more consistent as well. Had to get my life organized. The new apartment is amazing, and I'm very happy with it. So, the internet might not be as good, but I don't think there's been any stream problems yet, so we should be okay. $100k for each minute late. I swear he promises the same thing every stream. Alright, you're right. I should stop making promises and I should just do it. That's what I'll do. I'll stop saying I'm gonna do it and just do it so you guys are satisfied. How about that? How about that? Almost got all those grubby keys in. This actually is probably a great overnight flip. It's probably amazing. I do like flipping keys because the thing is, like, if the key is not a good flip, then the items that the key will, like, that you can get from the keys are good flips. So it's like either one or the other most of the time, which is good. Like, you know what I bet's a really good flip right now? Can't you get, like, those, like, what are they, buttered potatoes from the chest? Or sharks, you can get sharks from the chest too. I bet those are great flips because people are just dumping them onto the Grand Exchange. So you can get them for a low price and sell them for a high price. Can't believe sharks were like our best flip today, guys. It's not a very common thing. Looks like those burnt pages are starting to sell too, guys. And the grimy are still selling, so those are going to make us a ton of profit. Very excited about that. Going to cut back on the dragon arrows as well. Sell those for 765 each. List it, let it do its thing. And yeah, basically doing great all around. I wanted to try to get 200 on the dot, but I'm going to just maintenance these dragon pickaxes, and if we can't get any more, then we're just going to cut back on it. 5852,995. List that, let it do its thing. Should sell pretty quick considering that the margin check price was basically at the GE price before. So since we knocked about 2K under that, should sell pretty easily. Grubby keys, we're going to turn around and try to get these off here, guys. I'm actually going to do another margin check on them. Just because it is a new item, so I'm not too sure about the prices on these things. So I want to just make sure I do another margin check to make sure that, you know, we are still in the same ballpark for profit. Yep, same exact price there. So 41998, 41997. That should be good. Should sell pretty quickly and should make us a little bit of profit here. So, well, actually, probably won't sell that quickly, but it should definitely make us profit, that's for sure. How good of a flip will the red d'hide or leather be with the chests giving them? Interesting. That's a good question. So, it honestly, a lot of dragon hide comes into the game. The red dragon hide is probably one of the least quantities that comes into the game. But still, I don't think it will make a huge difference just because there already are so many other sources of red dragon hide. I guess there is for sharks and stuff like that too. But when you think about the scale of how many people are trading and using red dragon hide compared to how many people are using sharks, it's very different, right? So because all these sharks are getting dumped, and more are coming into the game, even on top of all the shark or all the fishing that's already done already, it has more of an effect than the, I guess, selling of the red dragon hide. I'd have to look more into it, Jordy, but I think that sounds about right. Just because red dragon hide is used for training crafting, but doesn't have a huge use outside of that, so. Super Combat's 4 because it's close to prime time. True. I think Darroch sets are good to flip as well. At prime time lots of PKers online. We already did our Darroch's flips today. Oh no, I screwed up the Guthan's flip, but we did the Darroch's flips. That's good. These grubby keys actually looks like they're going to take a while, so nothing is probably going to finish, on stream today, so that kind of stinks. I like when I can wrap like all the items up at the end of the stream and just cancel it out, but it very rarely happens. I wonder if you can make money like just buying the grubby keys for a low price and just using them on the chest. I wonder if that's profitable. My guess is people are already looking into it, so not too sure. Red d'hide bodies are somewhat good to alch for profit. I did see that you could kill red dragons for range XP, then craft them, and then alch them, and then what is it? Then you use the bones on the altar. You can train like 3 things at once. Really good. Hey Sierra, glad to see a stream after so long. What's up, World of RS, man? Dude, you're having some crazy flips. I've been looking at the Discord. Your flips are insane. So keep the good content up on those flips, man. It's so crazy to see how much money you're making off of those. That T-bow flip that you had, whew, absolutely crushed it, man. Anyway, yes, the streams will be more consistent now, like I've said before. But again, I'm not going to just keep saying it. I'm just going to do it and put it into action. Yeah, you can profit from using the keys, same as the Sinister keys and sometimes the Crystal keys, yes. I have flipped the Crystal keys in the past. Sinister keys, I've tried, but I couldn't sell them. I find it really hard to actually sell keys, and it looks like we just sold a good quantity. I bet we sold about 100, right? Yeah, we just literally sold 100 because we just sold one right before that. So that was good. Yeah, very happy to see that go through. And it would be good if you, I wonder the trading limit on the grubby keys though. So that would be good to figure out, just so you can, so we can put maybe some overnight listings on those and try to make some money off of it. Because I bet the price is still pretty volatile because they are only a week or so old, right? So, do you know when you're streaming next? I probably will stream tomorrow just because I have tomorrow off. So, I think I'll stream tomorrow for you guys. But either way, look at that, guys. Good profit coming in, 185K. Not a bad flip at all considering how easy that was for us. What do you think of the new Forthos dungeon, and do you think the new weapon, the Syratube Cudgel, is a good flip? Everyone is farming the spider boss. It's probably not a bad flip. It's probably not that great anymore, though. The times where the new content items are very good to flip is when they're really expensive, right? So like the crossbow when it came out, such a good flip because it's really expensive. It still is a good flip because it still is relatively expensive, but the cudgel is how much, like 1 mil now or something? I'm not exactly sure, because the boss is pretty easy to farm. So when a bunch of those get dumped into the game and they're not like really high-end PBM items, the price tends not to do that good. Now, the cudgel is probably a good flip, though, just because prices are still settling on it, but in another week, it probably won't be a great flip anymore. Kind of the same way the Vigoras was really good at first, and now has not been it was not that great anymore, It's still a good flip, it's just not as good as it was. Jordy says, Sinister keys get you a better margin by opening the chest. Need a Serp Helm or anti-poison, though, and all the Nota drops, so you can do 20 at a time. Nice. I actually didn't know that. I should look into that as a moneymaker, to be honest. Did you also see the whip investment? I made like 45 mil on that merch. I did see that. That's crazy. The thing is, World of RS, your merching is very, very good. Now, that is definitely a really good skill you've got. I mean, you have a lot of GPU to work with as well. I need to build up my cash, at least one bill, so I can do those things. But, yes, your merching is very good. So keep that up. Keep practicing that, man, because you're making a lot of money off those. So, good job. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to be wrapping up here today. I will post the profits in the Discord, I promise. Actually, let's keep that cash on us. I will post the profits on the Discord as soon as everything sells through, but I need to go get some lunch right now. I'm so freaking hungry, man. I need to eat breakfast, so I need to get that out of the way. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Leave a like if you did enjoy the stream. It really does help me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. On top of it all, guys, join us on Discord, link in the description below. It's a great place to learn how to flip with your cash stack and basically just grow your cash stack. So we'd love to have you in there as well. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and I will see you all next time.